Hello and welcome to your stretch. So, this is just a really gentle, relaxing, stretchy yoga. You might need it if you're feeling particularly sore after the gym or sitting in a car all week in the front of a desk, moving around. Or you might feel really good because you do this all the time and you just want to feel even better. So, anything, wherever you are, just meet your body where it is just now and go for the stretch that really works for you. And remember, you don't have my body. You're not going to stretch like I am. So don't try and achieve what you see. Go for what you feel. Okay? So right now, we're just going to take our feet forward with a nice bend in the knees. So don't lock out those legs. And we're just going to crawl forward a little bit here, anywhere that's nice for you, and just hang over those knees. And then moving yourself a little bit from side to side, just to get a little bit of motion here in the lower spine. I'm just going a little bit further every time. So we're not going into anything too deep here yet. We're just allowing everything to ease on up a little bit. And you can take yourself that a little bit further at every point. Just keeping it really dynamic right now. And then coming back into the middle, crawling forward a little bit further if you can. Don't worry if your hands don't reach the floor here. Allow your hands to grab on to your thighs or your calves, trouser legs, anywhere at all, and just find that little bit of a deeper stretch. And when you're ready, we're going to crawl on over to your right side, taking your left hand, grasping either your foot or your ankle or your calf or your knee, anywhere at all, just somewhere to utilize really so that we can get into a little bit of a deeper twist on that right side, or towards that right side. If this isn't comfortable for you, don't go too deep with it. And when you're ready, we'll just crawl on over to your other side and doing the same again. So finding your knee, your calf, or your foot and just utilizing it to push against a little bit to find that little bit of a deeper stretch. Again, we're going to crawl those hands on over. We're just going to lean on over towards your right side and open up a bit here. And from here, just meeting a little bit of a twist if it's comfortable. If not, just stay where you are. And when you're ready, coming back to center, and we'll pop on over to your left side. Opening up. If you wish, you can stay here. Otherwise, you can come into a little bit more of a twisted situation here if you're looking for a deeper stretch. And when you're ready, popping back up again. So we'll take that left foot out, bringing your right foot in. We'll just sink on over towards this left side here. If you can grasp the base of your foot, feel free to do that. If not, just falling on over. And then you can bring the other hand along to meet and twist on in a little bit. Again, keep that knee as bent as it needs to be to allow you to get that little twist, that little fold. And if you really want to go for it, just crawling on over it and putting a full-on twist in there. And easing on out of that. So we'll just release that right leg, bringing in our left leg here. And we'll fall on over towards that right side. Open up however works for you. You can fall on over that leg if you wish. If you're looking for a deeper stretch, bring yourself on over for a little bit more of a twist. And when you're ready, just coming back up again. Crossing your legs if that's comfortable for you. Take a big inhale to open up in your arms. And then exhale around towards that left side. Taking a nice big twist here. Twisting a little bit more with every exhale. Coming back round to centre, big inhale. And exhale on round to the other side. When you're ready, we'll just meet up in a nice wiggly cat-cow. So if you've not done this with me before, all that means is we're moving our hips from side to side. We're letting everything go. Don't be static at any point with this. The whole point of the cat-cow is to ease off the spine. So why would you be static? And yeah, you can go up and down if you want, but I really don't care how or where you go. Give everything a shimmy. And just breathe. You don't need to breathe in a certain way. Just moving around in the shoulder joints, allowing the elbows to bend, allowing the hips to go back and forward and side by side. Find a space that really works for you here. And then meet back in a nice centered tabletop position. We'll bring ourselves into more of a child's pose here. Big stretch, walking your fingers as far away from you as you can, while pinning those hips towards your heels as much as you can. Take a wee walk round to your right side. Popping your left hand on top of your right and just allowing that head to fall on through. Breathing really deeply into your left side with every inhale. And when you're ready, we'll just walk those hands all the way around to the other side. Right hand on your left, head falls through that space. Breathing really deeply into that right side. And coming back on round. Back into this tabletop position here, and then you're going to walk your hands to the corners of your mat, keeping your hips high, and then pushing your chest nice and low. And taking a few big deep breaths here. When you're ready, just pushing your hips down, rising with the shoulders to come out of that nice and safely, and then allow the hands to come back to meet you here. And just take a wee moment to take a few breaths here, sitting back onto your heels. With your next inhale, rising high with the hands. And a big exhale to come down to your right side and take a wee twist here. Inhale to open and exhale to twist just that a little bit further every time. Finding yourself back in your center. Inhale to rise those hands to the sky. And exhale to drop on down for a nice twist here. Coming back to center and then crawling back into that tabletop position. Opening up nice and wide on that right side. And with your exhale, just threading that hand through and leaning down onto that shoulder if you can. Allow your hips to do whatever they want to facilitate this move. Feel free to stay here. You can take that left hand and crawl it up and away from your head and then over towards the right corner of your mat there to get an additional wee stretch. Pushing down with both hands will deepen that stretch. That should feel really nice, but if it's uncomfortable at all, just come away from it and go back into wherever felt good for you today. And when you're ready, just gently walking that left hand back, bringing it back for support. Big inhale for a counter twist. And exhale to come back to center. And with your next inhale, opening up on that left side with your left hand and threading through on your exhale here. Again, feel free to remain here. Otherwise, you can crawl that right hand to the top right hand side of the mat and then all the way over to the left as well. Pushing your hands towards the mat to deepen that stretch here. Your upper back, your mid back. You might find it in other places if you're tight in any other places near here. Just enjoy the benefits. And if you've gone as far as me and it's not comfortable, just track on back. And in your own time, just allowing that hand to come back to a supporting position nice and gently. Inhale for your counter twist. And exhale to come back onto all fours. Tuck your toes here. Inhale your hips nice and high. Exhale, and with your next inhale, draw that right foot nice and high. And exhale to bring it on through into a lovely pigeon pose here, which I just love. So nice. You can keep your chest nice and high. You can come in for a wee twist into that right side. Stay whatever works for you. Just find that space. I like a twist, but you might also like to open up on the left here. Or you might like to just come all the way down and rest on over that leg. If it feels better to pin the buttocks down, the hip down onto the mat, do that. Remember, nobody can tell you what feels best. And when you're ready, we're just coming back up again into this raised pigeon. And all we're going to do is shift on over to the right side to free up this leg, this left leg, to bring it on forward and in front of us here. And we'll just pick it up and get a nice wee stretch off in the back of that leg. So you might not be able to reach your foot here, anything at all, grabbing onto your trousers or your calf and just bringing it round or bringing it in for a hug. Anything at all that feels nice to you today. popping it on forward here. You can have on top, but this might not be comfortable. We're going to lean forward. You can bring it down here. Anything that works, and just fold on forward a little bit here. If you want to get a wee cushion, go for it. Fold over the cushion. Anything at all. And when you're ready, we're just going to come back on up again, leaning towards that right side to free up that left foot. Bring it on back into that pigeon position that we were in earlier. And then tucking your toes of your left foot allows us to bring everything back into a nice down dog. Inhale that left foot high. And exhale just to draw on through. And find a nice stretch, nice comfortable position that your body needs today. Again, you can take a wee wander round to that left side for a twist. I do love a twist. However, you might feel a little bit better just opening up here on your right side. If that's for you, you can do that. Just find where works really nice for you and take a wee moment there. Or you might want to come down and fold over that leg. Again, if it works for you to place your buttocks to the ground, go for it. Just take anything out your head. If you've ever been to a class, or if anyone said to put your foot anywhere, your ankles or anywhere else, remember it's about how it feels, not about how it looks. Once again, when you're ready, just coming on back up, we're going to lean over to that left side to free up that right leg and just spin it on round. So you can do anything that feels nice here. As I said, you can hold on to the base of the foot or the calf or trouser legs and get a nice stretch on up here. If that doesn't feel nice for you, bring it in for a wee cuddle. Anything at all that feels good with this leg, go for it. Bend knees where they need to be bent. Anything at all. This is your stretch and your you time. And when you're ready, we'll just pop that foot down so it can be in front, it can be up on top. It's a little bit of a deeper stretch up on top. Take a cushion if it's more comfortable for you here, or anything fluffy that rises you a little bit. And just fold on over. And don't force yourself to go too low too quickly if it's not comfortable. With every exhale, you can just go that little bit deeper. When you're ready, we're just coming over to that left side, bringing that right foot back out, but we're just going to open up here now. So we're just going to be sitting side on to the mat, opening those legs nice and wide, because we're just going to get into a nice forward fold for the hips here. So everything's nice and wide, nice soft bend in the knees here. And again, if you've got a cushion, if you've been using that, go for it. We're just going to take an inhale, and as we exhale, falling on forward and allowing the hips and the back to ease off a wee bit. Nice soft bend in the knees. And just ask yourself if you're flexing your feet quite a lot or if they're nice and relaxed. Give your toes a wee wiggle here. Give your fingers a wee wiggle. Let everything soften down, shoulders away from ears. And then your own time, just coming back up again. So we're going to place the feet together. Again, depending on how tight your hips are, this might be slightly uncomfortable. So do what works for you. It might be a little bit better if you're just here. Anywhere at all, find what works. And the more you do this, the better and more comfortable it'll get. Just don't push through closed doors. So no pain, all right? So we're here and we're just pushing forward a little bit, but keeping a nice straight spine. So as if the crown of your head is coming towards me, pushing towards me. And now, if you wish, you can just round that spine down, loosen the neck. And when you're ready, just coming into a nice comfortable position, take your hands, interlace them behind your back, and take them to one side. So if you take them to your left side as far as you can, and then just take your right ear and place it down towards your shoulder and find that nice stretch in the neck here. And then just allow your gaze to fall down here, and we'll move to the other side like so, and then just pinning that left ear towards your left shoulder and feeling that stretch on this side. Coming back to center here. That is you. I hope you really enjoyed that. It eased things off a little bit for you. If there's anywhere that you're specifically tight and we've not covered it today, you know how to get in touch. So hopefully you're feeling great after that. Have a lovely day.